Hi everyone, hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. I'm Crafty Sue. This is my channel. I'd like to welcome all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my videos. And to all of my faithful subscribers who are here every week, I appreciate you so much. So much. Keep coming back. I like it. I like reading the comments. Sometimes I'm not so crazy about answering them all, but I do. I do. I hope I don't miss any. I try very hard not to. I really do. So, Grumpy's off to pick up the boys at school, and hoping Teddy doesn't start barking, which he usually does. When I'm videoing the little stinker. And my hair is a disaster today. Got out of the shower, went to get my dryer and my brush, dropped my brush, shattered all over the floor. So my hair's not so great today. I don't like that. I have to go buy another brush. But other than that, it's been a pretty quiet morning. Have any of you gone over to my nephew's shop and looked at all those necklaces that he made? Talked about that last week, I believe, right? Telling you that he had just opened his Etsy shop and he hand makes all of his jewelry, and he buys the beads and everything all over the world. So they're quite incredible. They're not inexpensive, because I'm sure it cost him a lot of money to make them, but I'm hoping when I'm in Rhode Island in June, I can spend a day with him and make a necklace with him. That would be fun. So, an update on my sister. Thursday, I was sitting in the family room, had my iPad in front of me, and all of a sudden, her name popped up and she was calling. Finally, I was able to talk to her, finally. So, she likes to FaceTime. So, she immediately switched everything over to FaceTime and got everything settled. She was having a little bit of trouble seeing me, but her 3 daughters were there at the time, so they helped her and everything. But she held on to that phone and we had a great conversation. It must have gone, at least an hour, maybe more. I was shocked. She looked great. She looked a little bloated, probably from the meds. Sharp as a whistle, I'll tell you. 89 years old. I hope if I live that long that I can stay as sharp as she was, because she never, ever, ever lost that. Never. So we had a great conversation. A little difficult at times. A couple of things that she said to me I'll never, ever forget. She said, Susie, she's the only one I allow to call me Susie. She said, Susie, are you still coming up in June? And I said, yes, I'm coming up in June for Alexis's graduation. She says, oh, good, you can come visit me in the dirt. I said, Dell, don't talk like that. And then I gave her hell. I says, you're such a strong woman. You're going to give up now? And she just kind of chuckled and stuff. And then she went into this big thing about what her funeral would be like and blah, blah, blah. So I listened. And she was telling me that she would be buried at the Veterans Cemetery, which is very close to where my son lives, which is where I stay every time I go up to Rhode Island. Her husband was buried there several years ago. And she told me a story about whenever she would go to visit his grave, her youngest daughter would take her. And she would go, now this is out in Exeter, Rhode Island, and it's really kind of out there. There's not much out there. Beautiful homes, but shopping wise and all that stuff, there's not a lot out there. So she would go to Home Depot and buy flowers to put on his grave, and they would go do that. And after they were done visiting, they would go to Wendy's, because there was a Wendy's close by. And I do know where that Wendy's is, because I go to the grocery store that's in the same plaza or whatever you want to call it. So she says we go to Wendy's afterwards and have something to eat. And her daughter says, yeah, she likes the vanilla. I can never remember what they're called, but those ice cream cup things that they have. So I said to her, I says, wow, that's interesting to know. I says, because I always pass that Wendy's when I go to visit you, when I'm visiting Rhode Island. I says, so now, I says, when I go past that Wendy's, I'll stop and I'll get one of those vanilla ice creams and I'll have one in honor of you. Well, she loved that idea. She loved that idea. She was happy about that. And as we talked, and it was good. It was a little morbid, but it was, really good. And I said to her at one point, I says, it's so hard being so far away. I can't see you. And she just looked straight at the camera and she said, Susie, you're never far away. I'll never forget that. Never far away. So eventually, after joking about stuff, she goes on and on and on about my plushies and the dragon that I made her for her great-grandson. She did send me pictures of her great-grandson, and him holding the dragon, and then a picture of him, just him alone, holding the dragon. It was so nice. It was so nice. And so I made them take all of the stuff you sent me and show it to everybody, because everything is so nice. I said, gosh, don't talk about my plushies right now. But she was very happy with it. I know it was something that she wanted to do. And she got them all. She got gifts for all of her great-grandchildren for Easter. So eventually her daughter Jill came over and she said, I'm sorry, but I'm the phone police and Mom is getting tired now, so we gotta go. I said, oh, okay. Well, the goodbyes just went on and on and on. I mean, we must have said goodbye to each other 100 times. I love you 100 times, over and over again. And did a little wave. And I was so happy. It was such a great conversation. Just something so unexpected, because I had been trying so hard to get a hold of her for days. And then she finally called me. And from what my nieces tell me, they called my younger brother later that evening so that she could talk with him too. So that's nice. That's nice. She got to talk to both of us that day. On Monday morning, every Monday I go for allergy shots. You know how I am. I'm always wiping my nose because my allergies. But Monday morning I left and went for my allergy shots. And I got back home, I'd say about, 9:15 in the morning, something like that. I go early. And as I'm pulling into my garage, my phone rang. It was my nephew Ronnie. And I knew what that phone call was going to be, for him to call me that early in the day. And my sister had passed away at 1 o'clock that morning. It was a surprise. It was a surprise. She was so good when I talked with her. But from what my niece said, she said that Thursday when Mom talked to you and Dennis, that was her last hurrah. She lost consciousness after that. Hate to think that we were too much for her. But I think, and I saw this happen with my mother as well, I think the only people she had left to see were her brother and sister. So she called us both that day. And my mom did the same thing. I had a brother who lived in New York at the time. And I kept bugging him to come to see her. Come see Mom, and he finally came and visited her. And after he did, she passed 4 days later. And it's funny, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, my sister passed 4 days after talking to my brother and I. Never knew. Never know. She was ready. She was ready. I knew that. We all knew that. She knew that. She was very at peace with it all. Very comfortable talking about it. So, that's it. That's it. We have no, there have been no plans made yet for the funeral or memorial or whatever. Things are so different these days than they once were. I know she's been cremated, and they wanted to take a little bit of time off, which I totally understand, because those girls were there 24/7 taking care of her when she came home from the hospital. And they really needed some time to themselves and to relax, rest, and recoup. So I think it was yesterday they all went home to their homes. So I hope they rest well. I really do. They need it. I'm so grateful to them for taking care of her. So I guess I could go on and on and on about my sister, right? But time to close that chapter. Time to close that chapter. I haven't cried. I'm shocked because I am such a crybaby. But I warned Grumpy. I says, just be prepared, because I know me. And one of these days, it's just going to come, and I'm going to lose it. And he says, I know. He says, I know that's what you like. I said, just be prepared, because when I do, it's not good. It's not good. So that's it. That's all the updates now on her. And I hope she's with my brother and sister up in heaven. And happy to see them all again. I'm sure she missed them very much. And we'll all miss her. But we have our memories. And boy, do we have memories. Because she was a hoot. Oops, sorry. I just kicked my camera. So needless to say, I did not get a whole heck of a lot done. I kicked it and I'm out of... There we go. That's better. Needless to say, I didn't get a whole heck of a lot of plushies done this week. After talking with her on Thursday, I kind of didn't feel like crocheting. I did very little. I did start a project, and it's still on my hook. I never finished it. I will. It's really cute. So I want you all to see it. So hopefully I can get to that fairly soon. But I do have a few things that I'd like to show you. I looked at the couple of things I had made. I had like 3 things made. That was it. That's all I could get done. So this morning I said, I got to do something. I felt bad. I only had 3 things. But I'm sure you understand that. I just haven't been in the mood to crochet anything. But this morning I got up and I said, oh, well, I still need to do little things, little inexpensive things that I can bring to the market. In 2.5 weeks, it's only 2.5 weeks away. I can't believe it. So I got up this morning and I made some snap bracelets. I went to check and see how many of them I had left because I had made 10 of them for my markets in November, and I only had 2 left. So these are them. I don't know if it did snap for me. And it goes around. And then these are smaller because they're for little kids. They're not the longest bracelets, but they work perfectly on a child. And this is my little blue snake. His tongue sticking out, and it just wraps. It's a cute little thing. I only sell them for 10 bucks. And at that little market that I did in the, I'm going to call it a smoothie shop, but I'm not exactly sure what it was. I sold 3 of them there. 3 of them. So that was pretty good. And I made the blue one and I made a green one. And I have a purple one and a brown one left. So I will make a couple more colors. I'll probably do a pink one, because I know I had made pink before, but I like the sound. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Cute, cute, cute. Maybe a pink one. I don't want to do too much, but I know that if they don't all sell at this market in a couple weeks, if I do my grandson's school again, there we go. They'll go. They'll go. So I did those this morning. Keep myself a little busy. Make a little something extra to show you guys. I did a test. Oh, by the way, these are by Rosalie Craft Creations here on YouTube. It's a free pattern. I'll put a link to everything below. So I got picked for another test by Plush World by Steffi. And this was a really simple one to do. So this one didn't take me much time at all, but I think it is so super adorable. So super adorable. I mean, I made it the same day she sent me the pattern. And good for Easter. Something good for Easter. Look at this. It's a big one. It's a big one. I used Parfait Chunky yarn. Turned out to be a bit bigger than I expected, but I just think it's so cute. Look at that little face. My little face. I like the cracked egg. I think it's so cute. So cute. On the back. You know, nothing special in the back, but isn't it adorable? I think it's so cute. I mean, I'm going to make another one. I think I might try it in Posh. It might be a little smaller. This particular yellow that I have from here, excuse me, Parfait Chunky, was thicker than we normally get from Parfait Chunky. So it turned out to be quite a bit larger than I thought. But how cute is that? How cute is that? This will be a free pattern on Instagram. So I will put a link to her channel below. I'm not sure the release date. I'm going to guess sometime next week, because everybody has to have their pictures into her and comments into her by Saturday. Mine are already there, but so I'm going to guess she's going to release it sometime next week. But I'll put a link to her channel, and if you're interested in the little egg, you can just go and check and see if it's up. Cute, 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 cute. Cute. Now, I'm sure you remember this little guy from last week, right? He's so cute. Everything is so cute. We just keep repeating ourselves with that, right? And I had made him with velvet yarn, so he's really tiny. He's really little guy. So I decided there were 2 patterns that came, 2 different dragons that came in this pattern. So I wanted to make the other one. So I did. And this is Night Fury, and the other one is called Light Fury. And this is her. You probably saw that in my thumbnail, right? See how much bigger she is? And the only difference is this is velvet and this is Hobie sweet, no, sweet, I don't know, bunny yarn or something. I forget the name. I don't buy their yarn very often. But I didn't want to buy white from in the Parfait Chunky because it had been so bad. But I put pretty blue eyes. Pretty blue eyes. And this one's got the little claws on her feet. It's cute. And her wings. Whoops. Sandwich wing. There we go. And her tail decoration. Just so cute. I love it. So I'm going to make another black one with regular yarn, so it's a little bit bigger. I think he's adorable. I think he's adorable. Sweetest little thing, right? So cute. But look at the size difference. Bernat velvet, Hobie. They're regular chenille yarn. I don't remember the name of it, but I know it's Hobie. Didn't even use bigger yarn like Bernat or anything. Came out so much bigger. I love them. Or her. Whatever it's supposed to be. What do you think? What do you think? Isn't that too cute? Too cute. What do you want? You want to go sit on the table? Yes? Okay. So this is going to be a short video. Because I only have one more item to show you. I have to say, as much as I love that dragon. Oh, and the dragons are by Snuggle Crochet, of course. It's who I make all my dragons from. Her patterns are just gorgeous. She's released the pattern today, so I'll put a link to her Etsy shop below. Remember, you get two. You get the black one, the Night Dragon, and you get the Light Dragon patterns. They're very similar, just the horns are different and the tail decorations are a little, sorry, did it again. Tail decorations are a little bit bigger. So other than that, easy to make, very, very low sew. I think all we sewed on were, all I got sewed on was the head, this little tail decoration, and the wings. Other than that, all of the legs and the horns and everything you crocheted in. So easy, easy, easy. Cute pattern. And I was looking at her release earlier, and people have made them in all different colors. I went the traditional colors, the black and the white, but I really want to do a solid black one. And I've really stayed away from working with black because it's not easy. It's very difficult to work with. Not that it's hard to work with, it's hard to see. It's hard to see. But I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. And now, oh my gosh, I love this so much. I love this so much. This one I'm about to show you reminds me of my teen years, because I had one. And so cute. I saw this pattern in a, I guess in a little video or something on Instagram. And as soon as I saw it, I knew I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to make it, and I'm going to love every minute of it. And I did. So I made this guy. When did I do it? I think I started it Tuesday morning, and I don't remember. I'm confused with days right now. But I made the whole person, critter, whatever you want to call it, in a few hours. And then the hair I did at a different time. And that probably took me longer than making the lovey. But I made a wishnik. Do you remember that? Wishniks? I had a wishnik. Stayed in my car with me. I had a Triumph GT6 sports car, and he sat in the car with me all the time. They were only this big, but he had orange hair too. So I had to do orange hair. Isn't that something? I love him. Love him. Look how cute they are. Definitely going to make another one. Definitely going to make another one. As much of a pain it is to do this hair, took me a long time. But I had a lot of interruptions. Did have a lot of interruptions. So that took up a lot of time. But look at him. Oh my gosh. This is by Wonder Crochet. She's got a whole series of trolls that she's done recently. And they were cute, and I liked them, but they didn't grab me until she showed one of these. And hers she did with like rainbow hair. I did this color because that was what my guy had. And just too cute. And he's got the little gemmy belly button. Look at him. Too cute. I put blue eyes on him because I didn't have orange eyes. I would have put orange eyes on him if I had that, so we match. Oh, and he's got a little bum. Oh, I love him. I love him so much. Love him so much. So on the hair, she used some rainbow yarn and would just pull it out and get the different colors and cut the different colors so she could put different colors all along it. I didn't want to go buy any more acrylic yarn, so I went through my stuff and I found this big twist, which we won't be able to get anymore. Let's see if they have a name on this. Sunrise Ombre. This yarn. Oh boy, did I pull this apart, because you have the bright yellow, and then it goes into almost a whitish. I don't know if it shows up on camera very well, but you can see it in his hair. And then it goes into an orange, you know, the darker orange. And then in here is kind of like a combo orange yellow. And you have to cut 9-inch pieces. And I took 72 pieces to make that hair. And then you just, I mean, connecting it onto his head's very easy. You know, you just go through a stitch and loop 2 pieces of the yarn together and pull it through, and then pull the tails through and tighten it. Very, very easy. But in between, he's bald under this. So it's just a circle. It's just a circle of hair all around. And what I did was, and I think Allison recommended this on the pattern, or maybe in her video, I saw her talk about it. Separate the strands of yarn, because you have to brush this out to get it to be like this. And that took time. That took time. 72 strands of yarn to pull at with a needle to separate 4 plies. That took a while, but it made brushing it out so much easier. And you lose so much yarn. You know, it just pulls out because you have to brush it with like a wired dog brush or cat brush. But I think it was worth it because I absolutely love him. Love him. So tell me what you think of my little wishnik. Oh gosh. I think I might make one with a darker brown, like a teddy bear. And I think I have the same kind of yarn, but it's in blues and reds and pinks and I don't know, different colors. So I might use that one. Or I just may take a bunch of different acrylic yarn and make rainbow hair, all the colors of the rainbow. Haven't decided yet. Either way, either one will take the same amount of time, so it's not going to matter. But what do you think of my little troll, my wishnik? Made me happy. Yes, you're adorable. I needed this. So cute. And there is no, I mean, once you brush this out and you just pull it up, it just stays there on its own. There's no hairspray, anything in this. It's just pull it up and there it is. Love it. I love it. All right, everyone. That's it. That's all I have for you today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Let me know which one you like best. I think I got some cute ones this week. I love the little chick and the cracked egg, and I love my Light Fury dragon and my wishnik. Oh my gosh. And these are adorable, and the kids love them. Quick, easy makes, not expensive. I buy the slap bracelets at Walmart. Really inexpensive. You can get longer ones on Amazon, but I found that it's mostly the little kids who like these. And they like them on their arm and run around with them on their arm. So I'm not going to buy the longer ones. I think these are plenty good enough. Okay, I'm doing what I normally do, and that is blah, 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 blah at the end. So I'm going. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Okay? And until next time, keep crocheting. Bye.